If your child is struggling academically, emotionally, or behaviorally, you've probably been told to try a little harder. More practice, more consistency, more expectations. But for a lot of kids, especially kids with learning differences, trying harder isn't the problem. Most of the parents I talk to are already doing everything, and they're exhausted. Raising neurodivergent kids is messy, beautiful, and a lot. I'm Mary Ellen Yates, and this is Growing Together, Neurodiversity at Home. Let's figure it out together. Okay, let's get started. Many families are already in communication with teachers, administrators, and special ed teams. They're advocating for services in and out of the schools, adjusting routines at home, researching strategies, and trying to figure out how to help their child succeed. And even with all that effort, they're still watching their child struggle instead of thrive. That does not mean that the parent is not doing enough. It usually means that there is too much friction in the system. Friction is anything that makes learning harder than it needs to be. That might look like asking a child to complete a full worksheet of multi-step math problems in one sitting, or expecting them to be calm and regulated when they get home after masking all day at school, or asking for an hour extra of homework when they're already visibly exhausted. When friction is high, kids don't struggle because they don't care. They struggle because their brain is overloaded. When stress is high, your brain shifts into survival mode, and learning just takes a back seat. So pushing for more effort in that moment does not build skill. It builds frustration, shutdown, and sometimes behavior that looks like resistance. This is why advice that sounds reasonable often does not work for real families. Despite what some people may believe, reducing friction does not mean lowering expectations. It means changing how we get there. If your child understands the math for that full worksheet of math problems, but can't handle doing an entire page, just looking at it is overwhelming, maybe they just do a few problems to show that they understand the concept and move on. Or they finish a few problems today and then they work on a few more tomorrow. Or you set a timer, and whenever the time runs out, they are done for the day, regardless of how much is completed. Remember, tomorrow is always another day. For some families, homeschooling gives them back their evenings, because once school is finished, there isn't another hour of homework layered on top of an already full day. For others, it might mean an hour of decompression after school, which could be outside time, drawing, eating a snack, pacing, or whatever their body needs to reset their nervous system. These changes are not about doing less, they're about making learning possible again. You don't need to have it all figured out. This is a journey. And honestly, when you think you have it all figured out, your kids' needs will shift in some way and you'll have to readjust again. But that doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. It means you're parenting a real growing human. Let's just do our best to meet each other where we are at each day and give ourselves and our kids the grace to figure this out together. If this idea of reducing friction resonates with you, I've shared some more practical examples in my other videos, especially how this shows up in learning and in homeschooling. And I'm Mary Ellen Yates, and this is Growing Together, Neurodiversity at Home.